The film opens with a young boy named Lucas, who is narrating the harsh realities of life in his neighborhood. A place plagued by crime and ruthless killings. Fear grips the community so tightly that no one dares report gang activity to the police. Lucas himself works for one of the most powerful gangs in the area. His job is delivering drugs by bicycle. He regularly picks up the stash from a man named Justa, the right hand of the city's most feared gangster, Rencon. Rencon is a merciless leader, known for executing anyone who betrays him or interferes with his business. We even witness one of his own men being who betrayed Rencon trying to escape. Before escaping on a motorbike, he was surrounded by Rencon and his friends. He commanded them to kill the man without hesitation. Lucas continues his deliveries around the village until he meets a man called Daniel, a former US Special Forces soldier. He haunted by the wars is fought. Daniel now uses drugs to cope with anxiety and trauma. He can't even unable to speak properly. He communicates with Lucas through texts with his phone. After he bite drugs, Daniel advises Lucas to quit this job. It destroys his future and live like other teenagers. But Lucas is a good listener and brushes it off. Meanwhile, Rencon, looking outside of the window, spots an FBI surveillance vehicle and realizes the agency is closing in. He tells his sister to prepare for a wedding, which is said to happen in just a few hours later. We see Lucas visits an old man who owes him money, but the old man is broke due to a failing produce business. Out of pity, Lucas gives him a week to repay, and somehow Lucas looks kind person. As the wedding preparations begin, a priest comes to the house of Rencon and he suggests holding the wedding ceremony in the church. Rencon refuses for safety reasons, and the priest doesn't argue with Rencon. If he do, it means death. Meanwhile, on his way to Rencon's house, Lucas runs into his younger brother, who announces that he's joined the gang and wants to be just like Lucas. Furious, Lucas drags him back to school, hoping to steer him toward a better future, filling his parents' positions. We cut to Daniel again. He is buying street food. Struggling to speak with the seller, he becomes a target of local thugs who try to provoke him. Daniel ignores them and leaves the place until his withdrawal symptoms kick in, and he resorts to using the drugs he bought. Sensing his vulnerability, two thugs seize their chance, attempt to rob him, but Daniel can't bear any more snaps and started using his military skills. He brutally beats them. Back at Rencon's home, he is still in the preparation of the wedding of his sister, and the man who is marrying his sister came in the house, and he trembles with fear. Lucas delivers the day's earnings. Unlike others, Rencon treats him like his son because Lucas is reliable and do his job completely. We know Lucas's older brother was killed while serving in the military, trying to save him from this violent life. Unfortunately, he died. Rencon hands Lucas 2 drug packages to deliver to a nearby gas station. He instructs him to return quickly so that he can be part of the wedding. Suddenly, Justa arrives with a man who owes the gang money. Enraged, Rencon threats the man to kill him. At the moment, Justa starts beating the man to death despite. Lucas leaves for the delivery but sees his younger brother being beaten by gang members as an initiation ritual. He intervenes and brings his brother home. In his rush, he hides the drug packages in his backpack, and he also adds some clothes on the top of it, but unknowingly drops one of the drug package. Justa arrives shortly after and realizes Lucas missed the delivery. He demands that Lucas follow him to meet Rencon. Sensing danger, Lucas flees with his brother. Justa and his men chase them until they run into Daniel, who was about to leave, and he helps them escape in his car, though the gang began firing them. Daniel's driving skills help them shake off the pursuers. However, the car is damaged. Back at the wedding, everything seems festive and everyone in the party looks happy. Lucas realizes one of the drug packages was lost and burned inside Daniel's car. He panics, knowing the consequences. Justa, envious of Lucas, lies to Rencon, saying Lucas stole the drugs and ran. Rencon explodes in anger and orders his capture. Daniel urges the boys to leave the city, but Lucas refuses. He goes back home to retrieve the remaining package because he thinks that the other package fallen in the house while he was rushing. Meanwhile, another gangster named Spider, who was supposed to receive the drugs, calls Rencon, asking where is his drugs. Lucas finds the remaining stash, but is betrayed by a younger gang member and handed over to Justa. As Justa prepares to take him to Rencon, Daniel returns home to find his father severely beaten by the gang. Furious and heartbroken, he decides to end this once and for all. Using his military training, Daniel takes down multiple gang members and infiltrates the gang's hideout, and he uses on the man as protection of the gunfires. Meanwhile, FBI agents stationed nearby witness the chaos and move in. A full-blown shootout erupts, and Renkon's sister, on her wedding day, is tragically killed and dies in the hands of her brother. Daniel gets shot in the leg while trying to save Lucas and his brother. The FBI soldiers join the fight and start fighting against thugs until they kill most of them. On other side, Renkon appears, stopping Justa from killing Lucas and his brother. Though furious, he tells that everything he was doing was bad thing, and told him that he betrayed him. Renkon points the gun to Lucas, trying to shoot him at the head. But he can't bring himself to kill Lucas, whom he sees as a son. Instead, he tells them to run away from the place. Justa, enraged, who is not happy what is going on, starts to take the gun carefully from Renkon and shoots Renkon at the head, because he always wanted his position to become the leader, and finally Renkon is dead. Just as is about to kill Lucas and his brother, Daniel appears and starts to calm Justa, offering him a bag of money to let them go. But when Justa realizes it's empty, he decides to kill them all. Suddenly, a gunshot echoes. Justa is taken down by the young boy who betrayed Lucas earlier. In the final scene, Lucas and his brother board a train, leaving the city behind. As they sit in silence, the younger brother opens the bag and finds it filled with cash. Daniel's filled the money in there to help them start a new life. And that's how this gripping tale comes to an end. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.